Mr. Chairman.
Senator Menéndez.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Middleton, in your bill layout, you mentioned that you felt that there was a possibility of the state losing, I think you said something about 150 million, something like that?
Yeah, basically the delta between in-state and out-of-state tuition for 20,000 or so students.
Are you aware that, do you know what a requirement today what does it take to become to have residency in Texas today?
So that's under 1403, HB 1403 that was passed in 2001. You have to have graduated from a Texas high school, received a GED, resided in Texas for 3 years prior to graduation, lived in Texas for 1 year before enrolling, and filed an affidavit declaring intent to pursue permanent residence. That's the law today. Obviously, the affidavit is not working. This is unchanged, and this issue's been unchanged for a very long time.
So let's say if someone moves here from New Mexico, California, lots of people are moving to Austin, California. How long do they have to be here before they can claim Texas residency?
So right now, that's under the current law, that's 3 years.
3 years, okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll hear from the witnesses later. So my thoughts are, because I know for a fact that there are many students in our community colleges in San Antonio, many of who are DACA students who were brought here as children, who through no fault of their own have only known this country as their own home and gone to high school here and worked here, and many of them are all paying their way through college, and it's the only way they could actually achieve their education, and so by all measures they've established residency in this state, but even if they were from a different state. And so I don't believe that, I don't agree with the premise that we've lost $150 million because they should have been paying outside tuition because of the fact that they were living here. What about, are you concerned that we can ensure the information given to the state auditor remains compliant with FERPA? Are you familiar with FERPA?
I am, and it would be a very similar process to what's occurring with the federal student loan, which verifies citizenship.
Okay.
Currently.
So, all right.
And I would be happy to work with you on, basically ensuring that we have that information secure. Senator Parker's worked on that a lot with our data breaches, so I'd be happy to work with you on that.
How do you expect universities and community colleges, how do you expect them to manage the administrative burden of verifying the immigration status of current and former students, especially given the bill's retroactive data collection requirements?
Well, it doesn't begin until the fall semester, right? So that's the first point of it. We're not looking backwards, but kind of the same way that they already do it, right? I mean, when you apply to college, they collect certain student data. This would just be additional requirements, right? As we lay out in the bill, here are the options. A birth certificate is one of these. A certificate of United States citizenship, a consular report, an unexpired U.S. passport, a certificate of United States naturalization, a United States citizen identification card. Those are just some of the options, and you only have to submit one for that case.
And so you've been working hard on this committee, and you know that both this committee and the legislature as a whole, we've passed a number of policies with the goal of increasing college and career military readiness in our K through 12 schools. How does this bill, your bill, how does it impact those efforts and the everyday work of educators and advisors, especially in our high schools? Because I can see that with your bill, what you're saying, they shouldn't be paying in-state tuition, they should be paying outside tuition, that we will just lose them and we'll actually lose more than the 150 million you think we're losing. We're actually going to lose all of the tuition because they're not going to be able to afford out-of-state tuition.
Well, I'll give you an example here. UT Austin had 73,000 applicants for 9,200 spots. And if they're not going to go to school anymore, our citizen constituents are going to take that spot because they don't have any empty seats. I guarantee you that. They fill up. So that's what's going to happen. The people that elected us, only citizens can vote in an election. And I'll point this out too. If we had a secure border this whole time, this wouldn't be an issue. right? Wouldn't be an issue.
So, okay. Interesting. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.